Hello, everyone. I hope we're doing well today. Oh yeah, the bear, the little raccoon. It's from this game where you have to do like change around the sounds and the music and what it's doing outside, and you unlock these different little cute pets. This happens to be a little raccoon. This one. It's very cute. All right, so we'll get started here just in a moment now. I'm going to switch us over to Ostranauts. I hope everyone's doing well today. We're going to go ahead and switch. And there we go. Perfect. So we left Ostranauts off at Venus. We had unfortunately died when we were there. The the cops kind of bugged out a little bit. We ended up setting up a bug for it, a bug report for it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pull it back a little bit. So this was right when we were just about to go across the bridge, I believe. This should be the spot where Eric so helpfully last time told us to give a good save before we went down into the construction areas. So we'll pull it back to there and then we'll get started from there, and hopefully we won't experience any bugs today. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and look for our last suspect for the Miss M conspiracy. And that's how we're going to get started today and see where things take us. Just got to wait for it to finish loading in here and we'll get started. Today marks my 1 week streaming anniversary, by the way, so that's kind of fun. So this will be stream number 7. I streamed 6 different days so far, and Thursday, so yesterday, was my first day off streaming since I started. It's been a lot of fun. I appreciate everybody who comes in and hangs out for the different streams, even if we're not too talkative in the chat. Oh, that's great to hear that we can hear through the chat really well today. We had a couple of issues with OBS over the last week, just trying to figure out the different settings, so it's nice to hear that it's working a lot better now. Thank you for letting me know and the feedback. It's always appreciated to hear that. Oh, thank you for the congratulations. That is my full name, of course, Lucille. Although I go by Lulu on here. But yeah, if you ever want to drop a Lucille or a Lucy in chat, that works for me too, of course. All right, let's take a look. So we were about to go down the big long bridge here. So with that in mind, what we'll do is open up our character. Yeah, there we go. Haven't been into Ostranauts today, so all of the little hotkeys take me a moment to remember. Perfect. And we'll throw the EVA suit on. Wonderful. There we go. Get that taken care of. Good. So we should be ready to go. And away we go. We'll head down the massively long bridge here and go down 1 or 2 levels, probably just the 1 level so that we get the new docking spot, and then we'll come back up and start looking for Miss M and that whole little plot that's going on. And here we go, just waiting for her to get there. I'm just gonna check our music here because I don't hear any, so I'm just gonna pull it up a little bit, pull our audio up, pull that one and that one up a little bit. There we go. Oh, way we go. Pull this up. Speed up a little bit. There we go. There's some sound coming through now. Why can't you reach that location? You're right there. Grab the transit, head down the first construction zone area here. So much loading in the construction area, but that's okay. Won't take us too long this time here. And then we'll head out and go look for some new parts to this plot. And just to let everybody know, it's going to be a little different today. I'm going to go for 3 hours instead of the regular 2, and we're going to take a quick little 10-minute break about halfway through or so. Come on, you can load. Wait for program to respond. Usually it just needs a quick little push. There we go. So this is the service area that we talked about the last time. Great. And so we really don't want to get seen by the cops this time, because like what happened last time, not fun. We don't want for that to happen again. So yeah, we're trespassing, but nobody can see us, so it's not that big of a deal. Not right now, at least. Great. So we're actually just gonna leave and work on the rest of the plot now that we've unlocked this docking area. Great, so we'll depart, head back. Wonderful. Okay. And all the way back down. Oh my goodness, I have an arrest warrant, even though I wasn't seen. That's okay. Hopefully it won't bug out on us, and we'll be able to just continue. Because I don't mind just paying the fine for it, but I'd rather it not bug on us again. Okay, so we'll just surrender to the officer. Great, that's fine. And we'll just surrender to officer. And we'll just wait for it. Wait for it again. Continue waiting. Yeah, so it's totally bugged out. My game is... That's super disappointing. Okay, so I guess what we'll try and do is we'll try and load it again, and this time we're just gonna skip doing that part of it, and we will just go ahead and start looking for our murderer, for Miss M. That is super unfortunate that it's still bugging out like that. Waiting for it to load. So fun. If we continue having issues with it, what we may end up doing today is actually just starting a new playthrough even. That might be our best bet if it continues to have different bugs and issues like this. Then we'll just exit and we'll roll up a new character and have some fun, and we can see how the start of Ostranauts looks on stream instead of seeing the midway through a play. Okay, great. So we're gonna go back, we'll access the transit, head back to Long Beach Terminal. And we're gonna wait for it to load. There we go, much quicker. Okay, so Long Beach Terminal, this is where we were taking a look around at the different parts of this aerostat. So we'll access the transit, see what else is going on here. So we got the Long Beach Terminal, the San Diego Mall, and the construction zone. So last time we went through the mall, took a look at everything, talked a bit about the overly dedicated fan that was kind of stalkery and super creepy. So what we're gonna do is we'll take a look at our PDA, check our socials. Oh my goodness, so many bugs. We are just slowing down constantly. I can't remember the name offhand, but that's why we have notes. So we're looking for Tanner. Josephus Tanner is who we're looking for. So we'll head back to the socials part. Wait for it to load. Come on, there we go. So alphabetical, and there's Thornton, Truong, but no Tanner. Okay, so let's change our filter. We'll stop hiding the dead, and we'll see if maybe he's dead, and that's why we can't find him. STA, nope, it just isn't going to tell us where he is offhand. All right, so that's fine. I guess what we'll do is come and talk to this person randomly. See if they'll talk to us a little bit. What did they do? Placed a hand on our arm. Let's just say no thanks, and we'll walk away here. Okay, because that's definitely not what we're looking for. Let's just check out a couple of people here, see if we can't maybe find some kind of information on this guy. See if anyone has any kind of interaction that we can do for it, and it's looking like there isn't. Okay, so instead of wasting our time doing that, what we should do is grab the pass and head back to the other aerostat real quick. So let's take a look. Let's go to our home, go to pass, and we'll head back over to Encanto, where the... oh wow, that was real quick. Cool. Don't have to wait for the ferry here. Where the bar is and where we know that cop is. So we'll go take a look for her there. And we'll update about the superfan. Maybe we'll try talking to the superfan again, see if we get any more information. Maybe try talking to the racer again as well while we're at it. Yeah, just see where this will take us, and hopefully we won't bug out too much. Alright, let's get rid of the shadows just so that we can find our person real quick. There's one of them. There's Margaret again. Grace is not someone we're looking for. Okay, so Alexandria is here. We're gonna rouse her from sleep and see if she has any more info for us. There we go. Let's see. Doesn't look like she has any new interactions, which is fine, so we'll grab the transit. And we will head to the bar and talk to the cop again and see if we can't find the one that we haven't been able to find so far. Great, okay, so let's see. Rex is right here, so we'll talk to them, see if they have anything new for us. Nope, they don't. Okay, that's fine. So, where is Maria Reeves? There she is. So we'll go talk to them. Walking. Now, come on. Just ask her the question. As we decide to walk all the way across the bar. Oh, where are you going? Oh, good. Okay, you didn't go too far. So let's ask about Tanner again. Strange leads, for reasons she doesn't fully understand, Middle Mist recently became part of that investigation. Ask about Middle Mist. So like we've done some of this before already, but we're trying to go through it so that we can... Yeah, so she was found dead in the green room. Okay, so yeah, just trying to see if anything new will pop up now that we've done a whole bunch of things. Yeah, so there's nothing new, so we'll walk away, we'll head to the green room, which is through this transit over here. We went there for like 30 seconds the last time, but now that we have some more information from talking to suspects and talking to some of the salespeople at the mall. We'll see if anything new is in here. So there's Juliana here, but doesn't look like she has anything to do with it. And it doesn't look like there's really anything else in here. So let's just take a look in the fridges. You never know, maybe there's something in there. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, so I'm just checking to see if there's anything at all like that might trigger another scene or something for us to do. But it doesn't really look like it. So we'll access the transit, head back to the bar, and we'll present the current evidence that we have and see if maybe that pushes things further forward. But I would have expected by now for something else to have happened. But maybe that's part of the bug we're experiencing, and that there's just something corrupted about the file at this point. There we go. Asked to present evidence. So we'll present some evidence, see if anything else comes up. So let's show the evidence on the superfan and see what happens. So we're just offering the support against the superfan as the potential killer for Middle Mist, and nothing else really happened. Yeah, so I think we might be bugged out for this too, unfortunately. Which is kind of frustrating. Okay. I guess we will leave it for now and we'll head back to our ship. Because I'm not sure how to get this to go anywhere. Seems like we're just bugged out. Alright, so that's fine. What we'll do is we will go to our home, go to our pass, and we will grab a pass to our ship. Great. So that's being done. Let's take a look, see if there's any worthwhile jobs here. You can pick up these like quick little jobs every once in a while. And sometimes they pay well, sometimes they don't. Most of the time I don't really do them, to be honest. Like this would be the only one I would even think about because it's in the 2 million range if it's done quickly. Switch with your Uralva. Yeah, no, we're not going to bother with that. A lot of the gigs, the times for them just don't make sense, especially like balanced against how much they cost. So I think what we'll do is we'll head back up to this part of this aerostat. And we'll hang out for a minute, just waiting for that. Oh my goodness, losing my words today. We'll just hang out for a couple minutes waiting for the ferry to get back to our ship. And then from there, we'll head out and maybe do another trade run, take a look at some of the trade values, and maybe we'll head to an interesting place. If anyone wants to see a particular place in the system, like just our regular solar system, of course, please do let me know. I was thinking maybe Mars, or because we can't find anybody to move forward the plot, unfortunately. What we'll do is look for maybe our parents, was kind of one of my thoughts. Okay, let's take a look. Strangers, acquaintance, stranger, contact, acquaintance, stranger. My goodness. And I don't know offhand what... I guess we're not hiding dead people at the moment. There we go. Quitting. No, I'm not going to even try and say it. Can it give us more? Oh, like wants to give us something and then it just like closes that out after a second. Weird. Okay. Um, let's take a look. So, oh, what does it say? Okay, biological. Okay, so let's hide contacts, strangers, and acquaintances. Okay, don't hide acquaintances. Yeah, okay, there we go. And port independence. And okay. So maybe that's what we'll do today then. Seeing as we can't get the plot to move forward at all. Which is really unfortunate, but it is what it is. I do love that, like, both on your own ship and, like, in other places, the NPCs will just find a piece of clothing or a backpack or anything, and they'll just let themselves fall asleep there instead of going and finding an actual, like, bed or somewhere to properly sleep or something. It's kind of funny. Makes me giggle. Oh, that's what we'll do. When we get back to our ship, we'll also hack the terminal and see if we can't move along the meat plot at all. That little bit of sub-background plot that has some horror in it. Alright. We're just waiting for our pass to come through so that we can move on to the next bit here. A lot of waiting for all of this today. Hopefully it'll get better when we leave Venus and all of this glitchiness will stop. That will be lovely. 6 minutes, but we are on our like fast forward, so it shouldn't take too much longer here. There we go. One more minute. Wonderful. And off to the pass we go. Back to our ship, our nice, lovely, big ship. Just gonna have some tea. There we go. Oh, we're just gonna take an extra second to load, it looks like. Wonderful. And we'll just slow down speed back to normal. Great. So, let's check on our injured crew member who is sleeping soundly still. Stats look fine. So our main character here, Lulu, is a little bit hungry, so let's get her to eat something here before we keep going. And then we'll get ready for our next travel. So let's long for some better food. Wish we could eat real food opposed to like the prepackaged nastiness that they've got in space with food that's not really real. Who knows how it happens and comes into being. Alright, great. And for anyone who didn't see the last time, this is our uninvited guest who just would not leave our ship. As we can see, her career is a pirate, so it's not really that surprising. Great, so we'll head over to this kiosk. We'll look into some trade. And actually, before we do that, there's two other things we should do before we do some trade. The echoing from the vent is kind of cute. You can get like this little animal that lives in the vent and stays with you. But we'll look into it later. It can take some serious time to take care of it, and then you gotta try and like uninstall it when nobody's looking from the station to bring it home. So what we'll do is we'll hack the food company records here. Speed up. Hacking various records of Uber Corporation seeking info into infinite food sources. We'll hack again because I'm not sure if anything actually happened. Yeah, it doesn't look like that's really doing anything for us. Okay, that's fine. Let's change to a news channel and we'll watch some news on perpetual foods. See if anything comes up. There we go. Watch more closely to find out more about Uber Corp experiments pursuing a supposed infinite source of food. Interesting. You learn of a failed bioengineering lab outside of Theresis landing on Mars where Brave New World LLC was experimenting on goats. See, now I really want to go to Mars. So we'll check out what the Mars station is, and then we'll do uh, a trade run to Mars, and at the same time, we'll start pursuing that kind of stuff, see what's going on with it. So we'll come up here, take a look at our nav station. We'll use it real quick. Pop out to the inner planets. So this is Venus, Earth. That should make this Mars. Ooh, do we want to... MLab and Vol, MTRS. Yeah, okay. So let's go like that. Let's go to the target, and then we'll go to the local aircraft, the traffic control area around it. So this is the Upsilon Complex Orbital Station. Pull out a little bit. Okay, yeah, so there's lots of stuff around Mars. So there's MVol, MLab, and MTRS. And this is Mars's moon. There's the MLab, Royal Carriers Launch Facility Orbital Station. And then Port Yangshan Orbital Station. So we've got a couple different ones we have. I'm just going to note it down so that I don't forget what they are. Let's just make a couple notes here. MTRS, MLab, and probably the one we'll truthfully go for, because I haven't gone to Mars before, so I feel like doing a little bit of a safe one that's further away from the planet is less likely going to get us killed by accident. MVol, Upsilon Complex, great. So that is MVol. So that's likely where we're going to head for our next trade run here, which should be fun. So we'll head out to here, head over to the kiosk for fuel. We've got lots of food, so we'll grab that, and that should be good. Grab our RCS. We'll have to do some RCS playing around actually as well. We're going to want to make sure that we've got plenty of extra RCS. Great, 200k for our fuel, which isn't too bad. Let's take a look at trade. So MVol is where we were looking at, and we are on V-orb right now. So let's take a look. Whew, maybe we won't be going to MVol. If we can't find a decent pay to do it, hard to justify. Yeah, looks like the only thing Venus orbital sells is things that Mars also sells. However, I believe HQCH is Mercury, and I don't mind doing a Mercury and then a Mars. So let's see what Mercury has that may work for us. There we go. Science. Science would work. Okay, so let's confirm that I'm correct, that that is the Mercury one that I'm thinking of, the HQ one. And then we'll head out. Head off to Mercury and then Mars. So we'll go back to the inner planets here. And let's check out Mercury. That is the orbital. Great. HQCH, so I was right. Wonderful. Wonderful. We'll grab our trade goods and then we'll head off to Mercury. Hey Eric, how's it going today? I hope you're doing well. And anyone else just joining us, I'll just give you a quick update. I tried to reload. I'm doing pretty well actually. Although we're having some more glitches with that same issue that we had the last time, where when we try to go down into the construction zones, we have all kinds of issues. It just keeps throwing bugs. Same one where when we come back up, they try to arrest us and nothing happens. They just keep trying to arrest us. So I just reloaded. We didn't go down into the construction zone at all. We went looking, tried to find the other people for the Venus plot. Couldn't find them. They're still missing. Checked the dead list. Not there either. So what we're doing right now is we're about to get ready to do a run to Mercury. And then we're going to sell a bit off at Mercury. And we'll head back off to Mars from there is kind of our plan. But yeah, that is our plan for today. So we'll just grab what we were looking at before and get going. So V-Orb, we were looking at industrial products. So we'll grab the industrial products and we'll head off to Mercury. Looks like we'll have a decent payday by doing that. And then for Mercury, we'll grab science and head to Mars. And as we do this, of course, we are starting to progress the meat plot a little bit. Our oh so lovely creepiness. 145,000. Wow, industrial products are worth a lot more. Very nice. There we go. Oops. Oops. Wrong spot. Trying to click on the wrong place. There we go. Great. As long as we stay well under 200K, I'll be more than happy. There we go. Buy a little bit more. And yeah, we're still doing well on that price tag. And like you can see, as we're like buying more and more, for those who aren't too familiar with Ostranauts, the price does come down or goes up for us, and the difference between it and the standard price goes down. There we go. Proper words. There we go. And we're going to try something I haven't done too much of before, and we're going to try and take part of the safety off for G-forces when we head out from Venus. There we go. But we don't want to go too hard, because I would like to see our fit and strength come up a bit more. We're at 25% with them right now, so having that come up to that 100% mark, of course, would be lovely, especially considering I know there's going to be some combat later. And pirates. Pirates are always a concern, right? There we go. Wonderful. So we stayed at under 160 for all of it. So if we can sell for more than that, we'll be very happy. So that's about 3 million that we spent. And now we'll hop on board. Actually, before we leave though, we will check our RCS tanks. I do want to make sure that our RCS is good before we head out from Venus. Okay, let's just check our other tanks that are, whoops, there we go. There. Oh, that one is full. Good. That one's empty, empty, empty. Nope, that one's full. Empty, empty, and full. Good. Okay, so we only have a couple that are empty. Let's go like this. Oop, auto save. And there we go. Switch those 2 tanks, make sure that is the empty one there. It would be great if like you could install or set up like a bank somewhere, like a bank for extra RCS tanks so that you don't have to do this funny like switching. I know, like, of course, if I were to just set up another couple of intakes, then we'd be good to go. And I do intend to do that eventually, but not at the moment. There we go. Grab the last of the RCS that we need, and then we'll head out. There we go. RCS. Wonderful. Top off the last of the tanks. We'll pay off all of our different things that we need to pay off, and we'll head out. Great. So, docking, request clearance, request undocking clearance, and good. Push away. There we go. And because it's Venus, we have a very quick. Sorry, I will keep going in a moment here. I just want to catch up to where we are. Good. Let's take a look around, see if there's anything that's worth trying to hit before we head off to Mercury, and there isn't really. Okay, that's fine. All right, so let's zoom back in, see where it's going to take us here. Wonderful. We'll be out of the lock range here in a moment, and we'll just drift. Oh, that's interesting. You can use pumps to consolidate normal tanks, and you can potentially use large tanks for gas storage, but it's apparently a bit finicky. I've not tried the later. Oh, interesting. Good to know. Might have to try that. I'll have to give that a try maybe when we get to Mercury, try and rearrange a couple things here. All right, so we'll just advance speed here, give it a moment. Yeah, see, I just, there's no need to use the RCS at the moment, no need to use anything else. And we'll just let ourselves kind of drift away from the orbital. Yeah, okay, we'll give it a little bit of a boost here. Great. There we go. A little bit quicker away. And that'll set us up on a better course to, instead of being behind Venus, to try and transfer to Mercury. Use turbo pumps, yeah. I do find the regular pumps take forever to do just about anything. But they're pretty much really just good at, I find, maintaining pressure. But if you're worrying about actual airlocks, the turbos are definitely the way to go. And then the turbos with, like you're saying, transfers make sense a lot too. Great, so we will give it a pause, switch to our inner planet view, grab HQCH. Let's just check out the target here. Yeah, the local area should be fine. Zoom out a bit, a little bit further. There we go. Planetary. Okay, so let's plot our course. Let's kill our safety, because I'm curious about trying it without this time. This is a short drift phase, would be 2 days. Acceleration limit. Max acceleration 4. 5. 10 Gs, and it would be less than 24 hours. Do we want to risk it? How do we feel about 10 Gs? Well, I'm going to think about it for a moment, and if anyone has any particular feelings about trying 10 Gs, let me know, or if you've tried it, let me know how it's gone. might survive. Yeah, see, that was kind of my feeling. I was thinking maxing out around 5. And trying out our brand new... Oh, cool, you can wear compression leggings underneath regular clothing. Very cool. I did not know that. Yeah, so we'll give it a try around like 5. We'll give it a try for 5. I feel like that's a safer number than maxing out up at 10. All right, let's just do our incredibly complicated lock here. Oop. There we go. Incredibly complex code just to keep pirates away. Yeah, 4 to 5 with no suit on and compression leggings. Yeah, see, that's kind of what I was thinking, is with the compression leggings and with the stim, I'm just going to call it a stim for a moment. Gravicine? Gravicine. Yeah, I wish there was an easier short version of that. But yeah, with that, I was hoping I'd be okay. And what do we think? Do we think the person that's sleeping in the medical bed, will it kill them? Will they be okay just like laying there? Oh, good to know. Because my numpad wasn't working for me just now. Might be a keyboard issue, not a game issue for the lock though. Lying down improves. Yeah, like that makes sense, right? Like, can I not carry it in my pants? Really? Okay, that's fine. We can just carry it. And we'll grab the other leggings and we'll head over to our unconscious friend. Yep. Let's go like this. Oop. Grab the trash, leave her the leggings. Switch over to Daisy. Daisy, put the leggings on. Didn't even have to wake her up for it. Wonderful. So we'll leave her asleep then. No need to wake her from her medical sleep. Bring Lulu back up here. Throw a quick autosave. Great. All right. Oh, before I do that, let's use our meds. Inject, please. Wonderful. Great. Now we're going to use pause. And we should be able to plot the course. Showing 10 Gs. Let's pull it down to that 5 range. And how much of our reactant are we using? We're not using too much. Don't mind the corpse on the floor. Yeah, please don't mind the corpse on the floor. She was a friend. We keep meaning to just kind of leave her out in airlock somewhere. When we crashed into the K-Leg asteroid a couple days ago, well, last week sometime now, she unfortunately did not survive the crash, and she's just kind of been hanging out there since, because I keep forgetting about it. I will try to remember this time. And let's see, how does that land us? So that lands us coming up the back side, it kind of looks like. So we may do a double check of that once we get closer, because I'm not a fan of that trajectory, to be honest. Like, I'm really not a fan of that one. But we'll see what it looks like when I get closer, when we're about here-ish. Okay, so 5.03 Gs, and we're going to activate our thrust cycle because I almost always forget to do that, and I'm impressed for once that I didn't. Great. Plot course and course engage. And I think we're just going to stay sitting so that nothing terrible happens to us. And hopefully we won't die. Daisy's uncomfortable, unsurprising. We are up to our 5 Gs, it looks like, so we seem to be doing okay. Carrying too much weight, unable to move. We're doing fine, apparently. Apparently we can handle 5Gs. That is very nice. So we'll just kind of speed up here. Leave it for a moment. We're not going to do 16 times speed the whole way. I just kind of want to make sure that we're headed there properly. And maybe once we hit our drift phase, then we'll come back out. For anyone who might be just joining us, I do see our viewer count changing. We left Venus because Venus seems to be, oh my goodness, what just happened? Oh my gosh. Did we get stuck and go through Venus again? We must have. We must have gotten stuck. Okay, well, we were headed to Mercury. We'll just reload just before we engage that and make sure that our course is correct. Because my goodness, it might be just about that time to start a new save, seeing as we keep running into more and more little issues with this one. But that's all right. Yeah, see, that's what I would have thought. And I also would have thought it would have pushed us out of it before that would have happened. Just for anyone who's not necessarily watching the chat here, Eric's just talking about how the torch drive wouldn't have been activatable being too close to Venus. And usually my thought is that if something like that happens, it throws you out of it first before you just suddenly die like that. But we'll take a look, and if we have more issues again, then we'll definitely roll up a new character and get started on a new save instead. And there we go. Did I already take the Gravisign? I did not. That's probably a good thing for the moment. So we'll hop in, we'll pause, plot that course. Safety is not engaged. Max acceleration, we'll bring it back down to like 5Gs. Let's go back to our ship. And we'll just check on the fast forward map here. Why? Why would you do it like that? Oh, okay, okay. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. So I didn't end up using the Gravicine before I hopped back in the chair. Was just in case. Yeah, see, like that is exactly the opposite of what I thought it would have done. So with that in mind, we'll just hit play again. And we are outside of the no-wake zone. So what we'll do... No, autopilot really is not the brightest. So what we'll do is adjust our heading a bit. Oop. Twitchy twitch. Are we done adjusting? Okay, good. So what we'll do is we'll hit our flow, we'll hit our cycle. Oh, see, I forget to do it so often. Forget to hit that thrust cycle. 2Gs is fine. And we'll just kind of drift for a moment here. We've got lots of reactant to get us all the way to Mercury. So we'll just give it a minute here. Hey HCVI, I hope you're doing well today. Thanks for dropping by. My goodness, we are rotating. See, I thought I'd killed our rotation. There we go. Okay, nope. Still rotating. There we go. Nice, watching movies. What's on the agenda for movies today? I find myself personally feeling like I want to rewatch that Mars one where the guy tries to survive on Mars by eating potatoes. Can't remember the name of it offhand at the moment, but I'm feeling like that might be the movie tonight. Okay. Let's just accelerate time for a moment here. For anyone dropping in, we're just getting ready to set a course for... It is still trying to do it. For Mercury, just our autopilot keeps trying to tell us that the best way to do it is to circle around Venus and crash. But obviously that is not the right choice. So we will do some manual maneuvering here. Sorry as I do mad zooming in and out. Oh, nice. I love the Jurassic movies. You're watching World Dominion. Very nice. Do you prefer the new movies or the originals? In general, what do people prefer? The original Jurassic Parks or the new ones? There. Okay, so we are outside of Venus's... My gosh. Okay, fine. Fine. If you are going to be like that, I will set my course myself. Okay, let's take a look. So, make sure our map control is set up. Okay, that should take us approximately correct. We'll zoom back into the ship. Let's make sure we're as straight on that blue line as I possibly can get us. All right. Oh, we are on 16 time. Don't want 16 time when I'm doing maneuvers that are setting us up for the next while here. Great. ETA 22 days currently. Okay, let's bring our flow up a bit. Watching our accelerometer here, watching our core temps. Going to watch the latest one after this one. Original is good, but the new are good too. Yeah, I totally feel that for the Jurassic movies. Some of the new ones are good, but the one thing I do find that's not as good about the new ones is I just find the story of the originals better, but the quality of the new movies is better. So like it's a weird like trade-off. Also, as a 3D artist, I love how beautiful they are. All of them. There we go. Just bring our acceleration up nice and slow. Watching our unburdened here. And this is without the gravity sign, by the way. For those who may not be aware, Ostranauts has these little medical things that you can... Whoop, let's bring that down. Bring it down a little more. Don't want to lose consciousness. Okay. Okay, so we'll leave that for a moment. We'll hop out real quick. We'll take the grab you sign. Grab you sign? Oh my goodness. Please don't pass out. We will use the the nav station. Good, the meds saved us. Almost went unconscious, but we didn't. Great. So, we'll pause, and that should be more than enough away from Venus at this point to not screw with plotting our course. Great. Max acceleration of 5, we'll pull it down just a little bit. 4.9, we'll be there in 27 hours. Great, that's not too bad. Safety is not engaged. Plot the course. We're just gonna check on a couple things so that, oh my gosh, it still wants to slingshot us through Venus. Okay, I guess what we will do is just hit play, and I guess we'll pull our acceleration up a little bit more manually. We were good at 5. So we'll stick on 5 for a moment. Accelerate time. Get really far from Venus. Let's check our planetary distance. Yeah, it's still trying to throw us around Venus. So we'll just get really good far, and then hopefully that will do the trick. Okay. Let's try again, plotting that course. It is still weird. Okay. Like, we're not gonna hit Venus, but like it's weird. But that's fine. So let's just plot the course, let's engage it. Hit play, let it do its thing. Great, 4.9. We're autopilot. Let's see if we crash and die. So while it's trying to decide whether we're going to crash, you're going to watch the latest after this one. The originals are good, new ones are good too. Yeah, so yeah, great movies. Love them. Here we go. I don't know why we're deciding to do this little loop, but we are. Yeah, okay, let's just try 1 hour and see what happens. Enhanced, yeah. Okay, so we're partway through it. We're on a sleep shift. The graviton has started to wear off, which is fine. We're gonna ride home for a moment. And I think the other thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure we have another injection with us, just in case we start like passing out or something happens. That way, we'll sleep shift makes your character do things that you may not want to actually do. Great. All right. Come over here. Let's take a look. How are we doing? We're not too bad, so let's just go to sleep then. All of our needs are good. Wait for her to fall asleep. We're unconscious. Let's take a look at our roster. Our time is 23. Yeah, okay, we'll give it a 3-hour time skip and hopefully we won't die. Resting, idle, wonderful. Yeah, you're sleeping. You're having issues with this much. Not a surprise. Time advanced, moderately refreshed. The injection wore off. Doesn't look like we actually passed out or anything. So let's quickly wake up. Let's inject. Great. Let's check our course. Looking good. We're 23 hours out. Good. Not too upset with that. All right. Let's take care of some of our needs. Oh, apparently she's going to go and exercise for herself. Cool. Give her a moment. Let's just skip one forward. Feeling hungry and thirsty, so we'll take care of that. For anyone joining us, we are just heading to Venus. Not Venus. Oh my gosh, we are leaving Venus, heading for Mercury. There we go. And then we're just doing a trade run. Once we get to Mercury, we'll continue on and jump over to Mars. Let's go ahead and do a little bit more very introverted, just long about love, browse some social media. Gotta love that social media, even in the future. There we go. Gravity sign is fading. That's okay. We'll go pick up a little bit more. I'm pretty sure I've got a few more kicking around. And worst comes to worst, it's not like we're having too many issues. I could just put her to sleep for a little while. We'll ride home. There we go. Continue longing for that better love life. All your terrible traits making it so that you can't find love. But that's alright. Pretty happy otherwise. The other interesting thing about Mercury is her mother is there, so I've never gone to meet any of the parents in this game, so who knows? It would be neat if something happens with it, if there's like some special conversation with it or not. I have no idea, but it would be neat. Let's see. Let's see if I can remember where it is. Great. There's one of them. Is there more? I think there's more. I feel like there's more, but you know, it's the kind of thing where there we go. Numlock worked that time. Where I've done so much scavenging and salvage that I don't necessarily remember everything that's kicking around. Like, I knew that this was weapons. See, there's so much. There is so much right here. Yeah, see, I tend to do that. Yeah, I should rename my containers. I really should. And I do remember, like, the major ones. Like this, I knew it was the medical container, and I knew it was the weapon container. I just... Oh, no, don't pick that up. But I just, you know, I forget sometimes. All right, let's go weapons. Oop. Weapons / meds. Great. And this one, can I? Oh, I can't. Look at that. Okay. So, what we'll do is... there we go. Had to remember the shortcut to make things rotate. It's R. Yeah, sometimes I rename things, sometimes I don't, sometimes, you know, different things. There we go. I'm just trying to lighten the load in this one a little bit before we take it, because we are going to. There we go. Now we'll relock this. As you can see, I have the screwdrivers also locked away. The reason why I've got the screwdrivers locked away is in case somehow I run out of battery on all of my tools. I do have a backup. But just in case, I lock them away so that if someone isn't holding the correct tool, they won't go and get the incorrect one. Yeah, so this will do as a secondary medical one for the moment, because I only want her carrying around the Gravusign. Gravusign, I'm not 100% sure on that. There we go. All right, so it was starting to wear off, which is fine. So we'll go to the inventory. We'll wait till it wears off completely to do another time skip. Wise choices? Yeah, your good guess is as good as mine. Yeah. For saying grab you sign. Yeah, it's grab you sin, grab you sign. Who knows? It's like I was thinking about it today. I was playing Stationeers earlier today, had some time, and I was trying to, like, and I used to know this, the difference between silicone and silicon. I believe silicone is what you use to fix like your counter with, if I remember right, but I'm really not sure. I'm not sure if I still have it right or not. If anyone knows, please do let me know. But yeah, gotta love pronunciation and the English language being weird. Great. So let's just check out the terminal again here. Silicone con is the mineral. Silicone is a synthetic substance used in adhesives and things like that. Thank you so much, Eric. I really appreciate that. I've been going back and forth on it all day. Hack the terminal. Let's see if there's anything interesting. Oh yes, very. My partner, she's Ukrainian, and her English over the last couple of years has changed quite a bit, gotten a lot better, and it's the weird words that, you know, it's so weird, or the little bits in between to like the and is and it throws people sometimes. Oh, it's just the same thing again. Interesting. I was hoping maybe it would be different, but it's not. That's okay. Let's go do some strength training. All right, and we will wait until the gravity sign starts to wear off a bit more. And then we'll take some more and we'll do a quick advance. So just for anyone joining us as well, I do want to let everybody know we're doing it a little different than I normally do today. In about 20 minutes, I'm going to shut down Ostranauts, throw up the break screen, grab some more water, grab some tea and whatnot, and then I'll get back to it. But just with Eric's advice from last time about closing every 90 minutes or so, that we're going to give it a try this time. Okay. If you ever want to blow her mind or possibly break it, show her The Chaos by Trina. It's a poem commenting on English words. Okay, I'll have to take a look. I don't think I know that one. Where are we at? Good. Exercise takes something like 72 hours to reach 100%. Okay, so we're like 25%, so we're getting there. We're getting there. Not too bad with, oh, there we go. Oh no! I wasn't quick enough. Let's see if we can inject some meds here. There we go. Injected. Great. That was very close. Yeah, so we're getting there with working out though. Yeah, we're 25%. Yeah, see, I did read that. I read that Fit and Strong increased G-force resistance, and no benefit till you reach the 100% mark. Totally fine with that, but you know, it makes sense to do it when transiting, right? Like, why not do it a little bit while transiting? Sweating, dirty, and we're thirsty. Cool, let's have some water. Then we'll start working out again. We'll advance like 2 hours because I don't trust it more than that at the moment. Oh, we can't, probably because we're too dirty. Okay, that's fine. We'll do some freshening up with water. We'll brush our teeth. Maybe we'll use the hygiene pack. My goodness, words. Yes, very much. The exercise in the books are great for spending time in transit. Yep, totally agree. Also good time to do any like repairs that you've been letting go, I find as well. Another good useful time usage. Maybe we'll put her out an airlock. Let's just check, because like I know we've got a really short drift this time, and I'm just being hesitant about how far we advance because I don't want the gravity sign to completely wear off. You need a janitor. Yeah, I know. Oh, does this actually like, this is silly. I haven't actually tried using. Oh my gosh. So I've never actually gone and used that button before, by the way. I've seen it there, I just didn't know what it did exactly, and sometimes I just don't bother trying things. I don't know why I didn't try things this time, but... Oh, okay. Yeah, that could be it. So if it's a fairly recent addition, sometimes I don't notice the new things in a game I've been playing a lot of before. And, you know, normally what I do with all the trash is I do sell it. I know it's only worth like a couple cents or whatever, but yeah. Okay, so that looks like most of it at least. Oh, we should do a quick damage check. You're not crazy, are you? I don't think English is crazy. Existing in two languages that both have emotional backgrounds right now is not a real skill. It's a huge topic in comedy to joke about English. Yeah. That's for sure. There we go. Occasionally worth 15k due to a glitch. Wow, wild. Okay, so we're not too bad on these. So I think what we'll do then is kill our damage view, come back to exercising. Oh, we still can't exercise. Are we like... Okay, we're sweating. I know sometimes there's like weird conditions that won't allow certain things to happen. So I'm guessing that's what's going on for us at the moment. Oh, more garbage. If a fusion tank breaks down, sometimes the fuel within gets shunted into the trash, making it invaluable. The devs say they see it as a happy accident, so they're leaving it in for the time being. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, see, it's really cool when like things start happening in a game that it's just supported by the system without anything like specific being done about it. Yeah, okay. So, are we gonna stop sweating? And then we can try and work out again. Great. Great. Let's exercise again. There we go. Oh, no. Gotta wait for that first bar to fill up. Otherwise, it's just idle. Great. So let's do 2 hours. Time advanced, prolonged. Great. How Daisy complained while she's asleep, I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if we can get her to be awake, considering it's we've still got the G-forces going on. Okay, so close that, hit play for a moment. Good. Nothing terrible happened. Let's take a look. We are still only 25%. I always find getting to 25% feels forever, but the 25 to 50 on skills isn't so bad, and then 50 to 75 is better. Don't know why, but just feels like it's easier for it. All right. So you are blacking out still from gravity. Can we get you to eat? Nope, no we cannot. That is not a surprise. The gravity sign is wearing off almost on cue, so we'll take a little bit more. And good. So I tried doing some First aid, when she first broke her leg, I can slash with the pen, but I don't see anywhere that I could actually just inject it. I'm being asked how much reactive mass you have. I don't know offhand, to be honest. Okay, that HE3 tank looks to be empty. This will be our next one, so 4,005, so that's 9, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 19, so we're sitting at about 19 on HE3. And then our D20 tank, 23, where's the other one? There it is, and 44, so 60 something. Oh, you're trying to figure out the math for actual deep travel. So I know the general accepted practice is it's 1 to 3, I think, for D20 to HE3. I think that's what it is. It's usually what I about run, and eventually I'll have a proper set of 6 over here, and then the set of 2 D20s here. But that's for the future still. Yeah, I could try dropping one, but my other concern is having enough for Lulu to not, for Gravisign. 3 tanks each way for Venus. 1 D20 tank will last as long as 13. Oh my gosh, it's 13 HE3 tanks? Wow. I missed an entire factor there. Magnitude, I think is the right word. So yeah, I'm not going to drop the Gravisign pens just because I'm worried about her having enough for herself, and having the pilot is more important. But that's really good to know. 13. Okay, so maybe I'll change how I'm going to design the ship a bit. Yeah. So we're 19 hours away, and they seem to be lasting 3 to 6 hours. So, how do I want to do this? Okay, we'll exercise for another 3 hours and see what happens. There we go. Exercising. Give it 3 hours. Go. Fatigued, thirsty, winded, to be expected. Hit play. Just gonna give it a second. Oh yeah, okay. Good choices. Okay. It's wearing off. And we are still under G-force. Yeah, there's the pinky. I love that effect of it just like slowly turning pink as you're starting to pass out. Estimated. Yes, I feel like the estimated part of that sentence is doing a lot of heavy lifting. Just like the autopilot being a little bit ridiculous sometimes. But that's okay. Let's take a look. Yeah, so reactant remaining is 21 hours. I have 16 hours left to use, and we have 1.15 days until we get to our destination approximately. Or no, our duration is 16.84 hours. We've used 16.83, my goodness. And I have 21 left. Okay, and we're right here. Started here, heading here. Great. Estimated 16 hours. Relative velocity, delta V RCS 2.33. We're traveling 1,788 kilometers a second. Very fast. My goodness. Are we still accelerating? We are. 1789. Yeah, it's because we've got a very short drift phase. There we go. So yeah, we'll come down, we'll do a little bit more working out, I think. much more nerve-wracking doing a really hard burn like this, opposed to doing the safety burns that I usually do. Give it a moment. Are we going pink yet? Come on. Headache, filthy. Okay. But I don't see any issues from G-forces. There's the pinkiness. Yeah. Okay, so we're still getting some pinky, which is totally fine. We'll just inject one more time here. And UT6. I'm not typing that. If you discover mid-flight that you will be short on fuel, increase your drift phase and replot a new course at a lower speed to conserve fuel. Yeah, great great recommendation, but I think we're fine for us this time, but it is good advice in general. Yeah, like we're plenty fine. We'll have 5 hours when we get there. Honestly, I have a feeling that we're doing a full, like, especially with how straight that course looks, I think we're doing a full burn, like we'll hit the halfway point and then our relative velocity will start dropping again. I think. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so let's take care of some needs. Daisy is definitely going to be malnourished by the time we make it to Mercury, so we'll take care of her as soon as we make Mercury. I really should rename this one like you suggested, Eric. Like, this is my food pack, and I'm in and out of it so often, trying to remember which one it is. There we go. Yeah, see, and because we have it set so short this time, I'm thinking, and I may be wrong, but we might be under G-forces the entire time. Okay. Has had food, have some water. Yes, yeah. There we go. We'll freshen up with some water. Slight pain, my goodness, why? Oh, the headache. Oh, it's probably, I would not be surprised if the headache is a side effect of using so much gravity sign. Yeah, we're only 2 of them left. Let's try and brush our teeth again. Great. Freshen up with that hygiene pack. There we go. I could even just take a look, see what the replot would be, where we just bring the G-forces under enough so that she's not using the G-lock constantly. G-lock, there we go. It says anti-G-lock on it. That's an easier way to say it. Oh, gotta pay Daisy. Great. Need some more water. Wonderful. Speed up a little bit. Okay, where are we doing? We're tired, but otherwise we're all right. And we have that little bit of a headache going on. All right, let's check our nav station. We're like halfway. Yeah, that's a good choice. Okay, so we'll do a save. And we're going to experiment with replotting halfway through our burn here, or halfway through our trip. Auto-saving. Always says auto-save when you do a quick save. Or at least it seems that way anyway. Great. So, we'll pause. And let's just bring our drift phase down. Plot. Okay, we'll bring our acceleration limit down to like 2 should be okay. Nothing changed. Okay, we're still on the right one. Oh yeah, okay, so we do have a longer time here. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Aha. Very good point. Okay, if we just bring our acceleration down, can we bring our phase, oh my god, 18,000 years. Okay, let's see if we can't play with our sliders a little bit. 3 days, 4 days, 144 years. No. Okay. Oop, wrong way. Okay, what if we go long and we just go max? Always fun playing with these sliders. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, I don't think we can. I think we're gonna have to try and come back to as close to where we were as possible with our... Interesting. Okay, so maybe what we do is we bring our max acceleration up into like a 5. Let's try a 5.5. 5.5-ish range. Try under 3 Gs. Yeah, so under 3 G, I don't think we have enough reactant to be under 3 G. Yeah, we just don't have the reactant to be under 3 G. I don't even think we have the reactant to be under 4. Oh, yeah, years. Years is too long. Under 4 we have it, so I think what we're going to try and do is we're going to come up to the 5. We're going to try 5. You know what? We're going to try a 6. We're gonna roll the dice on a 6 here. And a longer drift phase. We're going to try a longer drift phase with a higher acceleration. And that'll be 24 hours with leaving us the same amount of reactant. And if we just pull this up to 7, we're going to risk it. We're going to risk the 7. And see how it goes. If we die, we die. We're going to try the 7G acceleration here, though. Oh my god, wow. Oh, I just moved our target. There we go. Oh my gosh. Come on. Great. And we're in a lower G range right now. Okay. We'll put her to sleep. Daisy is Having a time. Can you eat? Great. She was able to eat. Ooh, that is a face. Yeah. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Come on, Daisy, get to bed. A hydrocone? That would be, yeah, one of these ones. She's been in constant, like, blinding pain since the crash. I have actually been pretty good about getting her meds. But, like, the thing that worries me about this game right now... Yeah, that is the hardcore one, yeah? Hydrocodone? Yeah. Yeah, that's the one you suggested. Perfect. So since the accident, I have actually been pretty good about having her take her pills. The one thing that worries me, because it's so deep of a system of a game systems are so deep in this game, there we go, is that I wonder if she can get addicted to it. Is my one worry. There we go. Recuperating by resting under medical care. Lulu is fine. Let's be risky-ish. We're 11:59, so we will do some sleeping. 2, 4, 6. Don't believe addiction to painkillers is in yet. Alcohol, tobacco, and weed, yes. Yes, I had noticed that for smoking that you can get like really bad negatives if you start as a smoker or if you have a character that you have smoke a lot. Okay, so let's try skipping 6 hours here. No death, no fuel depletion. Oh. Okay. I do see we're losing consciousness, but I don't see any red. So let's try standing up. Looks like we are still getting a little bit of badness. So we'll head back to bed. Go to sleep, please. Please fall asleep before you go unconscious. And nope. You did not fall asleep properly. Oh, work shift. Great. That was wonderful. Yeah, if someone's in bed and it switches which shift they're on, like from a sleep shift to a work shift, they do seem to automatically wake up. Come on, fall asleep before it goes red. Come on. Nope. Try one more time here. Okay, come on. Autopilot disengaged. Huh. Why? Course outdated. Reactor output has changed significantly. Okay. Let's check our damage here. And in a moment, actually, as soon as I finish checking the damage, I'm going to throw our pause screen up and I will take 5 minutes and I'll be back. Great, so our damage is none. So I will pull up some nice soft music for everybody. And I'll be back in a moment, everyone. Hello, everybody. Just we grabbed a quick break there, grabbed some more tea, and I restarted Ostranauts just to try and hopefully keep the bugs to a minimum. Okay, so we were just checking out our damage, making sure we hadn't picked up any micrometeors or any other bad, terrible things that could have happened while we've been doing all those speed throughs. So we'll switch back to our default view here, and we are getting a good bit towards Mercury. So let's just take a look at our course currently. Yeah, see, we're getting there. So I think what we'll do is, because it's already saved. Oh, that's right, because the autopilot had to disengage for some reason. So let's reset, grab the Mercury station. Let's plot a course. And that's a 12-hour with a 7g acceleration. Let's see if we can't pull this all the way down to a 2, or just below 3 even. Yeah, we could do just below 3, and that would be a 24-hour time to get there, and still leave us with lots of reactant. Yeah, so this is a lot safer now, and it'll give us a lot of time to take care of a couple of things. As far as needs are concerned, but I think what we may even do... Oh, but we're hitting it at a weird angle. I don't like chasing where we're going to land. So if I go like this, let's plot our course. Just out of curiosity, I want to see what it's going to do. Let's go to our target. Yeah, so it really wants us to go past and then come back. Oh, geez. Okay. So I think probably our best bet, because I don't know what's up with the autopilot today, but it really wants us to go past and then come back. What if we bring our drift really short? What would happen? Let's try plotting our course. Drift short, high acceleration. Yeah, see? Okay, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in manual for a bit. I'm going to check our, 2 with a long drift. How much reactant with a long drift do we need? 10, so that would give me 2 hours of reactant. If I pull this up to that 7 number, where we were before, I only need 3 hours. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna try about 6 hours manual, and we'll see how that goes. I am a little nervous about it, but I think we'll be okay. So we'll hit our cycle and flow there. And I guess our worst case scenario, we could just drift for a while and try and hit Mars or something. Worst case scenario. Okay, let's give this a try. We're gonna go for manual for a little while and see how it goes. So we're at 2 Gs right now. Let's pull our flow up, pull the cycle up. We're 3.6. We're at 4, we're doing okay. Hitting there is too much. Bring our flow down, flow down, flow down. Nope, wrong way. Cycle down. There we go. Bring our flow up. 2.9, 3, 3.2. Okay, we're okay at 3.2. Let's push it a little further. Bring our flow up a little. 3.6. We're okay. 3.7. Still okay. 4.0. We're still okay. 4.1. 4.2. Let's just do a double check. We're not getting any pink. No pink. Yes, pink. Okay. Go use that. Pause it. Nerve-wracking. Yeah, so we're okay around like 4, it seems. Seems about 4 we're okay. So we'll drift on 4 for a minute and take care of a couple of needs here real quick, mainly food. And then we'll see what the... Oop, wrong buttons. We'll see what the autopilot says after that. Yeah. I really don't like chasing stations, trying to land on stations by chasing them. It's not fun. It is not my preferred method of landing. Landing. Docking? Docking's the right word, not landing. Okay, here we go. Our relative velocity is still coming down lots. We're at 4 Gs. 8 hours. Yeah. Wild. Okay. Let's accelerate time a little. Yeah, we're coming down at a pretty good rate. Okay. Let's pause, grab a plot course. Nope. Dislike the autopilot today. The autopilot is not my friend today. All right, we'll skip 1 hour, see what it looks like. Looks like we're still okay. 658, so we're losing in the range of 100 to 150 kilometers per hour. And saying we're 9 hours out. Yeah, we should be fine. Let's just accelerate for a moment, make sure that she's definitely not getting any G-forces affecting her. She's not. Let's grab an hour. Thirsty, that's fine. Yeah, see, another 140 odd kilometers we lost. Good. Yeah, plot it. Now it's still, okay. Let's see. We'll have some water and then we'll keep doing this manual flying. There we go. Reset. Yeah, we should be okay. We'll just skip an hour here and there though, just in case. 371. 13 hours. Yeah, we should be fine. All right. We will advance time a little bit. Good. See, I'm fine with this ETA going up. The ETA, oh my goodness. The ETA going up does not bother me in the slightest. What would bother me is if we miss it completely. And according to this, it looks like we're still a day out, which I'm fine with. And if we plot it now, yeah, see, it still wants to do a weird circle thing. All right, we'll just hit play for a moment. Let it go ahead a little. Great. Speed ahead by another hour here. Well, if Daisy's complaining about things, that's an improvement. Means she's conscious, at least. Yeah, okay, so we're 2 days with an 85 kilometer an hour speed currently. So if I plot our course, it still wants to put us in a weird spot. Oh, why? Okay. I don't trust it. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to kill our cycle, we'll kill our flow, and we can drift along at 85 kilometers a second. Because that's giving us an ETA of 2 days, which is plenty of time to take care of some needs. Certainly get Daisy fixed up a little bit better. So we'll let her eat. Lulu can just kind of meander around, do her thing. Okay, you're just gonna get some more. Oh, okay, I screwed up that. Just take some more pills, why don't you? Hopefully you'll feel a little bit better when you do that. Still hampered by pain, that's fine. Not much to do about that for you. You just need to heal. How are you doing? You're doing okay. Great. I don't know why you're trying to play a game, but that's fine. Doing your thing. Do the introvert thing, please. There you go. Why? Why do you do that instead of the thing that will actually help you? Like, it's fine, but like, why? Do I have any more hygiene around? I don't know if I do. I know I have water, of course, but just go drink some water. Oh good, you're riding home now. Actually helpful for you. And she's back to exercising. Totally fine. Always interesting to kind of just see what they're gonna do instead of necessarily like, do this. There we go. We'll let Daisy sleep. Great. Then we're just gonna advance by 6 hours. Yeah, 6. 6 should be fine. Great. Daisy feels like she's been awake for 72 hours. Blacking out. Prolonged. Yeah, that's fine. I expected that. Daisy, why don't you eat? Just eat your food. You can also do that. Go find some food. And then we'll check our course, and we might do some adjustments to it because we are full manual currently, which can be a little terrifying with the amount of distance to cover, the speeds, etc., that are taken into account in space, but I think we're probably going to be okay. Oh, Daisy. Why don't you just take a little bit more pills and hopefully you'll be fine. Okay, have some water, Lulu, and then we'll check our course. And yeah, we're gonna have to take care of our needs after we check our course here for a bit. Yeah, see, like we've still got a day ETA, so we've got plenty of time to take care of ourselves here. And no need to rush it because of how little reactant we have left. It's definitely better just to let that sit for a bit. And Daisy, why are you sleeping on a backpack like you have a medical bed or a bunk? Like, just go sleep on something more conducive to sleep than a backpack in a cold, hard ground, please. Yeah, gotta love that, eh? The AI deciding that the best place for me to sleep is the cold metal ground in the middle of a random cabin. Right? On shirts. Like, it's any kind of clothing, it seems like. Oh, it's so silly. Like, it would make sense if, like, there was no beds around. Definitely makes sense. I almost feel like it's a safety measure to keep NPCs on the stations um, with their needs taken care of to some degree. Just, you know, so there's something for them being okay, but doesn't make sense like on board when you have bunks and everything. Time for more tea. Always time for tea. Wonderful. Okay, so we're going to just speed time up here for a moment while we do the most introverted thing in the world, and we're going to browse our social app multiple times just to get our contact back into a normal range. And then we'll long for a better love life. Continue longing. Oh, tin can life. So wonderful. There we go. Almost back into a normal range. I would love to see both of those just get like at least the light green. Apparently I clicked somewhere on the ship. I have definitely accidentally sent people out the airlock by doing that. Not paying close enough attention to where I'm clicking. And then they accidentally walk out an airlock. No EVA suit, nothing. All right, let's put some work hours in here so that you don't start doing some random things. We'll go check our nav station again real quick. This is why I like having extra food and water on board. You're less worried about just letting yourself drift to the right place. So let's try plotting our course. And we're gonna set safety limits. And it would be 35 hours, and it would leave us with 1 hour of reactant. No. Nope, don't like the autopilot today. Not helpful. That's fine. So we've got several hours, so I think what we're gonna do is we will check, oops, check here. Where are we at? 25% fit? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just keep drifting. I probably won't go RCS all the way in because I'm still at 85 kilometers a second. And I've only got 2 kilometers worth of RCS, but I am gonna just let it drift. And when I get closer, I will definitely throw on the torch drive again. And once I hit here, I'll show you what I'm thinking exactly, actually. So if we come back to the nav station, my thought process right now is that, let's just reset this. Once I hit about here, then I'm gonna throw the torch drive back on and just continue slowing down. So that basically it comes to me, right? So that, yeah, it just makes more sense to me that way. so that it comes to me opposed to me trying to get to it. But we'll see how it goes. What that does do for us though is gives us some more time to work out. And Daisy's back to normal, recovering properly. So we'll just advance time here really quick for the next like 12 hours. So we'll do a quick strength workout, 6-hour strength workout. Away we go. We'll get off of there, grab some food. There we go. We're just gonna eat it. Not gonna think too much about what that mystery meat might be at the moment. Great. Now we're gonna have some water. Wonderful. Speed up a bit. Oh, we're out of water in that one. That's okay, we've got so much water around. There we go, freshen up. And we'll do it again. And then we'll brush our teeth. We'll save our hygiene pack for a little while because we're going to be doing a lot more working out. You should eat. Oh my gosh, the shock is finally not flashing at us. The pain is finally under control for Daisy. That is absolutely wonderful for her. We're gonna put her back to sleep now. She's just been basically sleeping for the last, I don't know, 4-ish, 5 days. Great. We'll head over to the nav station. Take a look. How are we doing? We're still a day out. And 86 kilometers a second. So we've gone up a little bit in speed, but we're still at a totally fine pace here. So what we'll do is, let's take a look. Did we hit? No, we still haven't hit it. That's fine. So we'll do another exercise. And we'll just skip ahead 6 more. Actually, we will pay Daisy properly, and then we'll skip ahead 6 hours. There we go. I don't think I've ever paid Daisy on time. I just forget about it. Feeling hungry, tired, exertion, all those good things from a hard workout. Let's go take a look at our course. We're still over 24 hours. Good. So what we'll do in that case is, I don't want her taking care of her needs because they're pretty severe at the moment. So we'll do it ourselves and have some water. Great, have some more. Apparently we're very thirsty. And then brush your teeth. Good, freshen up. There we go. Cleansing, cleansing. There we go. Great. Let's freshen up again. We'll head over to Daisy. Daisy can go get some more food. Whoop. There we go. Yeah, okay, great. Bin and food. Great. Good. And she'll be able to go back to sleep, hopefully heal up a bit more, and useful later on. Go to the bathroom. That is the one thing I've noticed about like setting characters to heal or sleep for a really long time is sometimes the defecate meter just gets so high. There we go. How are we doing like emotionally? Not well. Not unexpected though, to be honest. So we'll just let Daisy take care of her own needs for a minute. Oh no, she's not drinking water and she really needs some water. So we will actually get her to go and drink some water. Normally I do have her carrying her water around with her, but just with her broken leg, it hasn't been something that she can actually do because of all of the travel under G forces. It's just way too much weight for her, and then she ends up getting more hurt. So it's just not worth carrying the water around. Better just to send her back and get it when she needs it. There we go. Dig takes so long to do these sometimes. I do find it really funny that like it's much easier just to take care of your social needs for your characters alone than it is to talk to someone. Even if you're controlling both characters, it's still just a lot easier to take care of your own needs. There we go. As soon as we're back into like the semi-green range on everything or a little better, then we'll sleep for 6 hours, check where we're at, and yeah, keep going. Basically keep doing a cycle of that with some of the working out. Just that way we won't miss our goal and still get lots done for the characters. Away we go. And we're kind of getting into that green range. Almost there. Come on, intimacy. So close. And there we go, we're green. So one last thing we're gonna do is, where's that poster? Oh, no, not quite. Inspect. Not what I meant to do. Admire is the one. There we go. Sorry about the bright pink, everybody. Okay, you go to sleep. Daisy's already asleep. Oh, no, we're snoozing still. Roster, we'll flip that back over. And is everybody sleeping? Sleeping and resting. Wonderful. Skip 6 hours. There we go. And we'll just go double check our course first. Good. We're getting close. And we'll just switch our roster back again so that we can actually get the needs taken care of correctly. There we go. I could probably have her carrying her food around at this point, but if I end up needing to do a really high torch drive burn again, I don't want the extra weight, just to be careful. It might be a little extra cautious of me, but I feel like it's just prudent considering where we're at on our resources on this run. Where are we doing? We're doing okay there. Get Daisy to drink some water. Then we'll get her to take her pain pills. Eat more pills. So many pills. For anyone joining us, we are headed to Mercury. We are most of the way there. We're just taking care of some needs while we drift into a nice, comfortable way to actually dock. We're about a day out at the moment, and our lovely Daisy, who you may have seen get into a crash earlier, is healing up quite well, and we're finally at minor pain while taking pills instead of at unbearable shock pain. So that's nice to see that it's getting better and better constantly. She's had a nice little arc of her healing at this point. Great, so we'll work out for 6 more hours. Go. And we will, right back into unbearable pain. But that's okay. Good, our needs aren't terrible at this time at least. We'll go double check where we're at. Again, like I don't have too many fears about it, but like I did want to see when we cross that 24-hour threshold. Great. And our bearing is still a nice 180, which works well for me. I'm happy about that. And we will... Why don't you have some water? Oh, we completely drained both those flasks. That's fine. Go to our inventory. This one is empty. That one. There we go. This one is also empty. You are in the wrong spot. Great. So we'll freshen up with some water. While she's doing that, Daisy can have some more water over here. And then you should freshen up. Cleansing, wonderful, and you should grab some food, Lulu. Inventory. Great. Eat. I don't know why they try to put themselves like back to sleep before they take care of their needs sometimes. Like it's like why? Why? You could just take 5 more minutes, eat, and then you'd be much happier about how you heal. But no. All right, back to sleep. You will have some water. There we go. And almost there. Drink a bit more water, and then we'll freshen up. How are we doing for sleep? We're fine. We're actually well rested still. That is lovely to see. So we'll freshen up with some water. Check our... Yes, training is finally strong, is trained to 50%. Nice. We were able to train about 25-ish% on this trip for strong, so that's lovely to see. Hey, maybe I'll pay Daisy on time for the first time ever. Whew. Nice. Yes, sips tea. Lovely. Where is... I need to change those around. There we go. Oh, am I just that low on water? I might just be that low on water in those ones. That's fine. Okay, I should have a couple more here. Or did I move them into a different crate? I may have moved them into a different crate. Let's check how much water is in this flask. Oh, yeah, plenty. Plenty. But that should be there. There we go. Okay. So let's drink some more water. They drink water, I drink some tea. Lovely. Okay, so let's do some more exercising. Oh, actually, no. Before we exercise, before I forget, we should take care of our yearning for a better intimate life and our contact of nobody knows who we are. We haven't talked to a real person in days. Even Daisy's been asleep for days because she's so broken. There we go. Just fix a couple of these up. And then we can do another workout. And then that'll probably be the last really big time skip. Just as we get closer and closer to Mercury and our drift ends. Yeah, do a little bit more. Wonderful. And maybe one more? Wonderful. Good. There we go. Most introverted way ever of taking care of feeling alone. Okay, 6 hours and go. Great 6-hour workout. So before they do anything, we're going to go use the nav station and just double check. And yeah, there we go. So we're just about there. That's still a couple thousand kilometers. We're still 180 degrees. Our range is still quite big, but our cross velocity is growing, and I don't like that. Yes, our regular velocity is coming down, but our cross is going up. So what we're going to do likely is very carefully slowly correct this using the torch drive before we worry too much about our relative velocity, because these will be tightly tied based on our bearing, our current bearing and our cross velocity. I would expect, yeah, we'll probably meet somewhere around here, I would think. Maybe even closer this way, but we'll see in a minute. Okay, so we'll close that, take care of our needs, and then we will get ready for approach to Mercury. Okay, drink. You need to go get more food again. Come on, go get food, because this is the last time you're going to be able to get up before we get to Mercury there. Daisy, you're not going to be able to move properly because of the G-forces again. Cancel eat. There we go, put that in your inventory. Great, you're not thirsty. Take some more pain pills. Wonderful. Hurry up and go to sleep. There we go. Back over to Lulu, and how are we doing food-wise? We're good. So we'll have some water. Brush our teeth. Freshen up with water after that. We'll deal with all the trash again shortly here. We'll just let it collect during the travel time, and once we get in port, we'll take care of it. We will use our last hygiene pack. I think there's some more somewhere scattered on the ship, but I use water 90% of the time, I would say. Great. So, here we go. We will do a full proper save here before we go into Mercury, just in case. There we go. Just in case we make a mistake, we'll give it a quick save here. Good. And into the nav station we go. So let's take a look. 86 kilometers, -3. We may have to get up out of the nav station 1 or 2 more times here. But it should be okay. So we'll do a 3-hour. Tired and hungry, that's fine. 12 hours, okay. So that's not really unexpected that she needs some food before we go into Mercury. Oop, there we go. How tired? No, we're just rested now. That's fine. We're not even going to worry about it in that case. Go there again. Yeah, see, we're up to 4 and we're still at 86. So I think we will ever so slightly start decelerating a little more. Let's pull that up. Yeah, I do have safety engaged, so we should be fine. 86.4 minus -49. Okay, so we are going to ever so slightly adjust our course. 186. 9. Nope. 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 Come on. There we go. There we go. Now our bearing's good. Our cross velocity should still continue to drop here, which is our primary goal at the moment, is getting that cross velocity to come down. So with that, we will pull our flow and our cycle up, because I do actually want to see it drop more than that more quickly. And our ETA is going to go up, which is fine. I really want our cross velocity to come down. There we go. I'll probably let our cross velocity slightly go positive instead of the negative. And then we'll probably do another time skip, take care of Daisy, keep going. Just because I really don't like seeing that cross velocity so high still. Especially with how much reactant we have left. And how little G-lock we have left, the anti-G-lock pens. It's better just to be a little bit safer. Here we go. 800 meters. What I would love to see at some point is like a bar that spans these two that you can use, as well as like still being able to maintain the singular control as well. I think it would be really cool to be able to use both. There we go, 200. And whoop, there we go, ever so slightly positive, just like I was talking about. 17 meters a second is nothing to deal with using RCS, and as I suspected, we are still going to lose it as we get closer, so it'll come much closer to zero, which is what I expected and why I wanted to go past that 0 point a little bit. Great, so we'll just let her go do her thing for a minute. You should wake up and eat. And you are not a happy camper. There we go. Great. So maybe we will get even closer to that getting the strength trained to 100%. Oh no. Oh Daisy. We'll probably just switch Daisy over to the other one. Yeah, ticked off is definitely better than screaming in agony. There is no doubt about that. And we'll let Daisy work out here for a minute while we take care of some of our needs. Again. Okay, let's take a look. We're 1400, so we'll switch over. Great. And then some more taking care of needs, and Daisy can just do what Daisy's gonna do for a minute. She probably has a little bit of like, what's the word? Too much, not enough autonomy. There we go. Not enough autonomy at the moment, because I've had her in bed literally for like 4 days. go. How are you doing? You're getting there. Probably should cleanse again. Freshen up with some water. Great. And might be prudent for her to go sleep for a couple of hours actually instead. Instead of working out, it might be best to sleep for a bit. That way, if we hit some weird timing, she's not like falling asleep at the nav station. There we go. And why not, Daisy? Why don't you just exercise for 3 hours? Had some good sleep. Daisy is in agony because she needs more pills. Use your pills. Great. Go sleep. Because I need her laying down in case we need to go to a high G-force when we're accelerating again. In case our G-forces get high while we're accelerating again. Okay, 13 hours. Yeah, see, we're back to negative 358 meters a second. Very happy that I did that earlier burn. But I think let's take a look at our ship. ATC. There we go. Okay, so if we're moving in a general that direction, we're probably okay for the time being. Let's just do a 1 hour. Close it. 500, great. Go. There we go, we're coming up on that line. Sort of. Yeah, okay, we're hungry. So we'll take care of needs again. My goodness, back and forth a lot on this one. Final approach to Mercury. I'm trying very hard to be careful about it this time and not crash like we did into Venus because of the autopilot. And hopefully not pass out from G-forces. There we go. Out of curiosity, I may just try another plot course, see what it looks like. More just out of curiosity than actually thinking I'm going to use it. And let's go target. Plot course. And if I did that, how much reactant would that leave us? Quite a bit. It would only use an hour, and it would be 16 hours on the autopilot. And if I bring it to a short drift phase, it brings us to 3. And see, I just really don't like the fact it puts us at a trailing angle. Not as bad considering we'll be left with 8 hours of reactant. Okay, so what we'll do is we will speed ahead 2 hours. F5 real quick. Quick save. There it is. Great. Close that. Reset. I didn't engage. Ha! I hit plot course and didn't hit engage. Okay, plot, engage. It's saying we are too far away. Plot. Let's reset this. Plot, course engage. Nope. Okay, that's fine. We'll do this. Go like that. Sometimes it just gets finicky, even though it's paused. And like, I don't. Why? Safety. Plot that course. And we were safe about 4 Gs without using any G-lock. So let's try that. Nope, still won't engage. Wild. No idea why it won't engage. So we'll engage our safety again, try one last time. Nope. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Why don't you just sleep for a moment while we fix up Daisy here. And then we will figure out how we're going to get in there quick. Great. You ate. Go use the bathroom. Wonderful. No, why? There we go. Speed that up. Great. Freshen up with some water. Freshen up with a little bit more water. Take some pain pills before it starts flashing at us again to say that you're in screaming agony. Great. And back to sleep with you. Grab you, and we will hop back into the nav station. There we go. 9 hours. Let's just try plotting it again. No, it really doesn't want to plot it. That's fine. Okay. Hit play. We're going to skip 6 hours real quick because we are getting into the correct position. There we go, 4.5 kilometers sideways. 61 that way. Why don't we try plotting it? It's probably not going to let us engage. No, it's not. Okay, that's fine. Reset. Great. Let's do a map control here. I don't like it when I do that by accident. I prefer to use map controls on my ship and then setting it. Oops. Keep making mistakes. That's okay. Great. There we go. I prefer doing it like this. So, there we go. Flick that on. And then we're going to come into our ship. And now I can see how much drift I've got on that line, right? So I'm going to pull it. Oh, wrong direction. That's all right. We'll pull it in the other direction. There we go. And basically, what we're going to do here in a moment is do another burn like we did earlier. And right there we go. Just making sure our bearing is where I want it before I go ahead and engage our torch drive. There we go. Kick it up high. Not out of safety zones, but certainly up. Negative 4.38. 32. Wonderful. So we're going to kill our cross velocity. And even give it some positive again. Because we are drifting exactly how I want to hit that station right now. Well, I guess technically we're under power at the moment. But we are on the trajectory that I wanted. Pretty much dead on. Okay, so we're just going to wait a moment. Let our cross velocity come up to probably 3, maybe 4. Yeah, we're going to come up to 4. And then we'll kill our torch drive and jump ahead another hour, keeping us in about that 3-hour range or so. Kill that. We're very hungry again, so we'll take care of our needs again. Get Daisy to eat again, and then we should be good to go. Great. There we go. Eat up a bit. And we'll have some water. Daisy, how are you doing? Have yourself some water. And then some more pain pills so you're not in agony again. Great. There we go. And off to bed with her. Back over to Lulu. Have some water. And then we'll get in the nav station. Hopefully this is the last one. I know I've said it a couple times, but really do hope this is the last one here. Okay. Fast forward by an hour. There we go. We're 3 hours out. Cross velocity is 6. Does that mean it's growing on its own? It is, ever so slightly. But I don't think I mind that much at the moment. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at 740 kilometers. 300, yeah, so it's about 300 kilometers. That's what our anti-wake zone is a 300 kilometer zone. And we're going up pretty quick on our cross velocity. So I overcorrected us a little bit earlier, but that's all right. What we'll do is we'll just do another correction in the opposite way. So let's go back to our ship. We'll adjust our map again. There we go. Yeah, see that's what it was. It's because I'm not really quite on there. Which is fine. We'll just bring this down. And there we go. 165. No, a little bit more. 60, 50. game of trying to make sure you're... Yeah, okay, so our bearing is drifting because of our approach, which is fine. What we'll do is we'll just stabilize on this line, like that. A little bit less of a sharp angle. Come in really close, make sure we're really not drifting. There we go. Oh, it's because we're going 16 speed. That's why I can't hit a nice, soft number. There we go. Okay, so what we'll do is max safe torch, and we should see our cross velocity come down. We are, but not quite as much as I would like. So we're just gonna apply the slightest bit of RCS. What you'll notice is I have my RCS throttle almost at 0. That way it just really ensures that any movements I do while we're going this speed don't have massive consequences, because that would be very bad going this quick. There we go. Yeah, so we're gonna pull that even a little more because our cross velocity is not coming down as quick as I would like. There we go. Because what I really want is our cross velocity to be coming down a little quicker than our relative. There we go. And I'm just very hesitant to hit a time skip at the moment. There we go. Cross velocity is coming down a lot. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to correct so that we're coming in closer to that 180-degree angle correctly, slowing our relative down a little bit more. And I don't want to do another drift phase, but we might. There we go. 2K cross. And quick adjustments, nice and soft. Great, okay, let's go. Whoop. Oopsies. Yeah, that's why I'm so hesitant about our RCS going high here while we're doing these little corrective movements. Going 16 times speed can really suddenly make things bad. There we go. There we go. And we're approaching our cross being down to under 500 meters a second, which is much better than our much more. Oh yeah, that's right. I always forget about the hotkeys for speed, honestly. Thank you for bearing with me, everybody, by the way, as I take this approach very carefully. It's Yeah, sometimes I feel like I should be trying to do things a little quicker because I'm streaming, you know, and to keep it interesting. But at the same time, these things need to be done delicately. There we go. And, oh, scooch too far. There we go. There we go. Oop. All right. Don't mind anything under 200 meters right now I'd be happy with in either direction. So we'll not worry about a 80 something. Although it's still climbing by quite a bit. So we will, there we go. And we'll pull it nice and soft. More delicate RCS. Okay. There we go. As long as we're not drifting too bad. We are drifting. Wrong direction. So we'll just pull it a little bit more this way. Great. And we'll do a 1 hour. We'll do a 1 hour. I feel like that's safe enough. There we go. And how are we doing? Cross velocity back up to 800. That's fine. Forgot to pay somebody. That's also fine. We'll hop out of our nav station. Back into the nav station. There we go. Why do I have an unknown ETA? Why is my range saying... Oh, okay. Oh, that's why. There we go. Station, yep. Went too far the other direction. Oopsies. Okay. Set our bearing properly. And then we'll burn hard. And it shouldn't be too long. Oop. Come on. Cooperate. There we go. Great. Throw our cycles on. Kill our safety. Bring this back down to there. We'll kill our safety. Accelerometer is 1.54. 2.6. Am I still moving the ETA away? No, I'm getting... Yeah, it was from the... I did a speed jump, Eric, and it was a little too strong of a speed jump. Just a bit too strong of a speed jump. Oh, my temperature. Come on, come back to normal for me. There we go. Bring our flow up. Great. Bring our cycle back up. Okay, let's fix our bearing. All right. You know what? Let's just give it a pause for a sec. Course engage. Now it won't let me course engage it. That's okay. Okay. Bring our flow up. Bring our cycle up. There we go. Bring our flow, bring our cycle. A little bit less. There we go. Yeah, I just did way too big of a time jump, that's all, unfortunately. Yeah. But I would prefer to be on this side, having made that kind of a mistake, than on the other side. And I'm just going to flip my map back around. And there we go. Let's fix our bearing a little. There we go. And we'll be heading back in the correct direction in a moment here. Okay, let's just go normal speed for a moment, fix the bearing, and then we'll go speed up again. There we go. There. Okay. Let it run for a moment. Bearing of 0.2, 0.1. 20 hours, 17, 16, 15, 14. There we go. Good bearing. Not ideal cross velocity at the moment. But our bearing is good, our ETA is good, our relative velocity is in a happy place. Okay, so what we'll do is pause for a moment. Enjoy the hard stop. Spin around. Great. But we're in a great spot for our relative velocity. Very easy one. So, Daisy, let's get you to eat some food again, because apparently this is not super easy approach, but that's okay. I think I will go tonight until I finish this approach with Mercury, and then we'll call it a night after that. And then I was thinking tomorrow I will be doing an arena Ostranauts instead of a regular play. Just for something kind of interesting to show a little bit of what Fire in the Hold has in store. I've been playing around with a couple of ships just to see like more about the flow of how that works, and I've come to the conclusion I really like the accelerators and I really dislike the missiles, just simply because I find it's much more the word that I need is reliable with the accelerators over the missiles. There we go. Just back in bed. Use the nav station. And let's take a look. Where are we at? Let's grab our map control here. And about right. And we are drifting that direction, which should be okay for now. Okay, so we'll do 2 hours real quick. There we go. So we have a 5 kilometer velocity, cross velocity, which is fine. We need to eat again, which is fine. And Wonderful. Very happy I was keeping up with like the sleeping earlier. Otherwise that would have bit me in the butt pretty hard by now. Because she is starting to get to awake all day, which isn't terrible, but not ideal either. Into the nav station, fix our map controls. Oops, oops. My goodness. Oh my god. There we go. And we are getting there. Let's just go one more hour here. And cross is 7 kilometers. I think what we're going to do is start some more finer control here. Great. So we need to start dealing with that cross velocity. Oh look, you can just, we'll hop out of the nav station for a second here, because this is our first look at Mercury. My first look anyway. There it is. Off to the side here. First time I've seen it. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully we don't crash into it, but we're pretty far away, so we should be fine. But yeah, all right. There's Mercury. Very cool. Okay, just fixed the map, and now we gotta fix it again. ETC, planetary, planetary. Great station. And we're going to pull our flow up, pull our cycle up. 7.86. Did I just do that in the wrong direction? I think I just did that in the wrong direction, didn't I? I did. That's okay. I am moving my map, not my ship. Oops. There we go. Go back to station. Let ourselves drift. You can see Mercury along the edge here. And that will likely be okay. Now, let's kill our any movement that way. Great, there we go. Pull these up. And of course our magic number is 4G without G-lock for Lulu. .97 is close enough to where we know that max is. So we'll just accelerate some time here. Good. Just want to see our cross velocity drop, and then I'll let us drift again for a bit. There we go. Come down. Going back up a little. That's fine. We're 4 hours again. My goodness, this is the approach that just doesn't want to end. There we go. 1.17 kilometers. I'm much happier with that. 9 kilometers per second. We're gonna bring our flow back up and our cycle back up. We're just gonna burn it a little bit. Burn the cross velocity just a bit. And then we might actually also burn a little bit more of our relative velocity as well. Readjust. Set our bearing properly. I definitely use a little more reactant than the autopilot does, but it's definitely a lot safer for me as well. T40, 500, great. And we're definitely getting this velocity down to a space where I feel like comfortable that we could get like a 2-hour time skip right now. Like after we fix our cross velocity, and we'll be fine. There we go. And just bring this down. There we go. Let's do that 2 hours like I just mentioned. Great. And we're 50 minutes out with a negative 354 meters per second cross. Great. 25,000 kilometers. And that magic number for the cutoff is still that 300. And I can make sure that we're much better lined up now. So, wrong direction. Go back the other way. There we go. Really softly. A little bit off the 180 to try and correct a little bit of that cross velocity that's going on right now. Here we go. Bring that up. 356, 854, 8.5, 8.5. My goodness. Okay. I want to see our ETA come back up to about 2 hours, and then we'll do another time skip. And we're drifting with our nose. So we'll just bring it back a bit. There we go. Bring that cross velocity down. That's close. And now our bearing is what I'm looking at more. Oop, wrong direction. Stop. There we go. There we go. Let's bring our flow up. Oh, that's gonna kill me. Forgot I didn't have the safety on. Oh, I forgot we didn't have the safety on. Hi, Indy. How are you doing today? We're just coming into Mercury here. We came from Venus. And I just about killed everybody by accident. I put our acceleration up way too high suddenly because I forgot our safety wasn't engaged. There we go, and we just crossed that boundary, so we need to bring our nose back. Great. Ah, this is what I like to see. Our cross velocity is just barely moving now, and our bearing is basically dead where I want it. And our relative velocity is coming down nicely. I would like to see it come down more. Thank you so much, Indy. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna... Sounds similar. Okay, here we go. 3.7. Okay, we have an hour and a half till we... Yeah, so I think what I'll do is we'll have her eat real quick, switch the roster over so that she doesn't walk away. Great. And have some water, have some food, back into the nav station. Oh, no food needed, just water this time. Back into the nav station. And that's our 2 hours. So I'll kill our flow, kill our cycle, and we'll skip forward 1 hour. Great. We are 1 hour out, our bearing's 180, our speed is 3K a second with 12,000 kilometers to go. Not quite an ATC range, that's fine. Let's zoom in to there. Map control doesn't need to be paused right now. We're just drifting. Oh my gosh. Close enough. Okay, back to the ship. And we have the slightest cross velocity still. So what we'll do is we will pull it the other direction ever so slightly. There we go. Make sure we're not drifting. Good. We'll pull it up. Pull the flow up. A little bit more. Not kill anybody this time. 1.4. 1.5. A little bit more. .7, 3.4. Our magic number is about 4, so 3.87 is fine. Cross velocity is going up, so we'll switch sides. Cross velocity is coming down again. There we go. And now we wait. Speed up time a bit, make sure we're not drifting in any direction too much. And we will kill this and kill that, because that snuck up on me a little quicker than I had meant for it to. And we'll pause it, come back out, and we can stop the pause. Okay, let's fix the map ever so slightly, and we'll speed back up again a little bit. Up to about 750. Once we're up to 750, then we will do some time skipping, maybe even 2K. There we go. And bearing up. we'll just land and that'll be it for today. So we're almost there. Wonderful. Okay. Pull our flow back up, pull our cycle back up. Gotta head out. Okay, thanks so much, Eric. Have a great one. I hope to see you soon. Tomorrow we will be doing some arena like I mentioned. Sorry I couldn't get this done in the time that I was hoping to today, but we're very close at this point. Very, very close. Have yourself a good one, Eric. Thanks so much for stopping by. There we go, 700, and we'll kill it in just a moment. And, oh, autosave. And we'll kill it. There we go. Okay. So I think everybody actually, I just saw what time it is. We're actually quite a bit past where I had intended to go to today. So I am actually going to call it here. However, that means it'll be super interesting start to our next one. So I'll save it and we'll just do like a quick 5-minute goodbye to everybody. And the next time we do Ostranauts will be the arena. And if there's time at the same time, we'll do the landing at Mercury here, or we'll do Mercury first. We'll see. So I'll just switch us over to the ending screen. And if anyone has any quick questions, feel free to ask. I'm always happy to answer questions about the games that I'm playing and just hear about how everyone's doing, especially considering it's Friday going into the weekend. Such a lovely day out there now. It didn't start that way though for us here in Canada, but it's definitely got nicer as the day went on today. So we'll just exit this and we will switch over to the end stream screen. There we go. So I hope everybody enjoyed today. I know I definitely did. I had a lot of fun today, even though we didn't get to finish the Venus plot because of the bugs. But that's all right. We'll try it with a different character at some point. But yeah, all right, everybody, and thank you so much for coming. I know today was a bit of a longer one, and we did a little bit of a nice little break in the middle there. Have yourselves a great day. Bye, everybody.